After many obstacles, I finally got the truck to drive. So yeah, so let's check it out. So here she is, she's driving. What's up guys, welcome back to another video. On this video, it's pretty much going to be about the Tacoma that I was building. Well, I finally got some time to work on it. So I did some stuff to it last weekend, which I'll just go over it real quick with you now, just so you guys are caught up. So let me show you what I got done so far. So where I left off on the Tacoma, I had the radiator out, I had the AC compressor, I had the header off because I had to weld the inside of the frame, which it was really tight because I plated the inside of the frame up to the motor mount. So I did all that stuff, got it done, couldn't find a manifold gasket. I don't know if I went over this before, but I ended up finding a place that makes copper gaskets. So I ordered them, they were back ordered for a few months. So that's kind of why I haven't messed with it, but I got the header back on, which is, you can see it down there. And then since I got that on, then I got the AC compressor on, which it's down there. Then I got the radiator back in, which technically I put the new condenser in first because that was all messed up. Then I put the radiator back in, and then I also did the power steering lines for the steering box. So I got all that stuff on, and I actually got the truck to run. So the truck does run now. What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to put the interior back together, as in putting the shifters back in, like the transfer cases. I had to cut a hole in the floor for the doubler shifter. Let's get this stuff back together. So let's get this seat in. Seats in. So, okay, I'm going to show you something that I plan to do. I didn't do it because, well, it can wait till later. So let me show you. Okay, so I got the shifter in, and I got the console and all that stuff back in and bolted down. Figured I'd get the light. Maybe if I can get it to stay up here. Okay, so like I had to cut out a little bit here and a little bit back here so the shifter has somewhere to go. Well, not somewhere to go, where it needs to go. So my plan is to get like a plate and then cut the plate so it follows it, this whole piece, and then it just has a little slot in it just so the lever has a place to go back and forth, and then I'll cover up this hole. So I got to do that yet. That shouldn't be too bad. And then this wire too on this shifter, I guess I'm just gonna I might just get electrical tape and wrap electrical tape around it. Like I was gonna try to find like the OEM shifter boot, because then like it's kind of hard to show you, but like it has these plastic pieces that snap into like this piece, so then the shifter boot stays with it. So I was thinking about if I could find one of these, snap it into it, and then have the boot go around it, but I don't know yet. I know these are pretty expensive from me selling a few of them on eBay from trucks I parted out. But yeah, that's it for the interior. That's right, I forgot. I gotta mess with this thing. The steering wheel. So I guess that's on the agenda next. Pretty much when I was putting the steering shaft in, doing all that stuff, I tried to turn the wheel and wheel locked up. So I thought, hey, maybe it's because the key's not turned on position. Well, the key wasn't on position, so I had to rip the whole airbag out and figure out that the clock spring broke. Maybe I turned the wheel too far and it broke. I don't remember doing that, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure I have another steering column with a wheel on it. So hopefully I can use that clock spring so then I can get this thing back together so the airbag's not just laying around and it's all together. So let's work on that. Here's the other steering column. So the piece that's broken, let me show you quickly. Okay, so like there used to be a tab here, there, and here sticking out, and then the steering wheel slides in it. Well, I guess they broke off. So when you turn the wheel, there's like this black piece that goes here and it has like a wire out of it. Well, when you turn, it hits the steering wheel, hits that wire, and then it like kind of like, yeah, it's not how it's supposed to be. So I'm gonna pull this one apart, take this piece out. I might have to reuse this whole piece because like there's a spring behind this piece. I mean, I think I could pull these tabs back and then slide this piece off and then slide that one in, but if this is the same, which I'm hoping it is, it looks the same, I'm just gonna swap out this plastic piece and swap these two since I think mine are a little nicer than these. So yeah, so let's get to work. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so I mean it looks right. Same number on it, K09. Beautiful. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna clean this thing up. It is really dirty, as you can see. Maybe you can't see that? Dirt. See that? Dirt. Yeah, I thought this one was in a lot worse shape. I mean, everything seems like it. Yeah, so I'll just reuse this and screw it. Because I don't know, I feel like I would break this trying to pull this piece out of this one. So, yeah. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up and then, yeah, get it thrown back in the truck. So, let's get this thing in there. Perfect. She's all done. Today we're starting to work on the Tacoma again. Yesterday I got the interior back together. So today the plan is to get the rear drive shaft in, which I have to cut it down and shorten it because I put the doubler in it. So my plan is, let me show you. Okay, so this is my plan. I don't know if it's gonna work. Like, I have to take 8 inches out of it. So my plan is to cut it here and see how it like necks down to a smaller. So I'm gonna cut it there, and then 8 inches, I'm gonna cut it down here. So I'm hoping this slides into the inside of this, so then it helps line it up, and then just tack it in 4 spots, see if it fits. If it fits, then I'll just weld it. This is only a temporary because I am gonna have to get custom drive shafts made because I do plan to drive this thing on the road, and I don't wanna have it vibrating at doing like 20. So that's the plan for today. I don't think I showed you guys the transfer case mount that I made. So here's a transfer case mount I made. It turned out pretty good. I never made one like this, so hopefully it works. But like, I just did the ring and then I added all these little gusset pieces. I mean, it should be strong. I have no idea. And then another thing too, like I said yesterday, I'm gonna have to move the cat because the cat hits here. So I'll probably cut the cat out and then move the cat up here and then just put a smaller pipe here. So I gotta do that. And then I also have to extend these wires for the transfer case. So I gotta do that one, and I gotta do this one. And then that thing right there, that's also the e-brake cable. I have to figure out where I can put this thing because that went right here. So yeah, I need to figure that out yet. Well, got the drive shaft up there and bolted in. I am missing 2 bolts at the differential end, but 2's good enough. So I messed up, not gonna lie about it. I should have left a 1/2 inch so that part can slide in the drive shaft. But I'll just show you what I ended up doing. It still worked, but so I got it welded up. Not the greatest welds, but whatever, it'll work for what I needed to do. So like this is the carrier bearing slotted, so I just pushed it forward and I got enough in there just to get it lined up. I tried to line up the joints to keep it in phased, but like I said, this is just temporary. I am gonna get some custom ones made. I just wanted to get it in there so then I can move it. I brought the rear end up from my other garage, which you can see it there, I think. Hopefully you can see it. So I got the axle shafts out of it, and now I gotta pretty much unbolt the third member and get that out. I also did some stuff yesterday, just a little bit of stuff. I started painting the front axle because it was warmer out. So I started painting that a little bit. I got like 1 good coat on it, like I said before in the previous clip. I want to try to get that third member cleaned up, get that in here, and then paint it more so then the paint doesn't go inside the diff area. So I got to do that. And then I also started welding up the lower links. As you can see here, I painted the ends. So when I put them back on the truck, I can just roll the tube and then paint the rest of it. So I got some good progress done today. I didn't film it because I don't have a little tripod for my phone. So I'll just show you what I got done. I got the links welded up. I went to the hardware store. I got all new hardware for the link mounts, shock mounts. Also did the ones up top there. And then I spray painted the front diff. Got all that stuff on. So pretty much now it's time to assemble the axle, put axle seals in, trunnion bearings, wheel bearings, grease, all that stuff, because I did pull it all apart the other day. So I got it all ready. I just got to start packing the bearings, the grease, and all that stuff, and then putting them together. So So I got the wheel hubs on, I got the spindles all bolted down, and I'm not gonna lie to you, no, I didn't torque them, okay? I didn't. But I do need to find the, I'll show you. Like the wheel bearing, it has like the big thick washer that goes back, and then it has the nut, and then there's like this other piece that slides on like a washer that you can bend the tabs, and then the other nut. So I need to go down to my other garage and find them for both sides. I thought I had them up here, but well, I don't. So yeah, so I need to find them, and then I also need to find the four-wheel drive hubs too. And then I can get the studs on, I can get them on. So yeah, she's coming together finally. Hopefully I can get this thing running and driving here soon. It's very close, very close. So let me go find this stuff down in my other garage, and then we'll get back to working on this beast. Well, after many obstacles, I finally got the truck to drive. So yeah, so let's check it out. So here she is, she's driving. So that's a double low. So that's both transfer cases in low range. It has 4 7s in the creeper case, and then regular gears in the stock transfer case. And then the diff gears, pretty much all stock. I think there's 4 10s. So yeah, it looks good. Like I said before in the previous clips, I definitely need to get drive shafts made for it so that I know they're all perfectly balanced. I don't know, I might have to find a shorter brake line, because the brake lines that Trail Gears kit came with are just too long, and they get real close to the tire and the coilover because they're so long. So yeah, but she's moving on her own. There's a lot of cutting I'm gonna have to do. Like, it hits right here when I'm driving around corners, but there's no shocks in the back either yet. So, but yeah, she's driving. Like, this is a huge accomplishment. Huge accomplishment. I wish I had someone to film so then I could do like drive-bys, but yeah. So actually, let's take it around the block a little bit. Let me get up in here. Okay, so like, still didn't get the plate for here, but whatever. So let's just do it's out of the Trail Creeper case, out of the 4 7s. I'm just driving around a little bit. I can hear it back there rubbing when I'm going around the corner because it's leaning. And like, the tires are all, the one tires are flat, the other ones aren't. I mean, it runs, it drives. Steering wheel's off too after I had it all adjusted right, but when I started driving it, everything settled in, so. Driving this truck. Supercharger makes it so much fun. And I do think I have an exhaust leak too yet, which I got to figure out if it's by the flange for the downpipe, which I think that's where it's leaking at, because the gasket I got with it, it just didn't look right. Yeah, that one right there. No, the one up. Where's my finger? That one right there. I think that one's leaking. Yeah, still have front drive shaft on it. I flexed it out a little bit. And everything clears. I definitely think I'm going to raise the front up probably an inch, because I do have, I don't think I have the proper weight springs in it. So I do want to try to raise the front probably like another ½ inch, just to get a little more up travel. I was shooting for like 3.5 inches up travel. Yeah, try to keep it low as possible, which actually, like, it doesn't sit that bad. Like, I'm kind of happy with it. But yeah, the back needs to come up, which I'm either going to move the shackle mount rearward or make a new shackle for it. So one of those options. But yeah, this thing, let me just make sure it's not overheating. It's not. Yeah, this thing is so much work to do to it yet, but so much accomplished. But pretty much that's pretty much going to be it for this video. That was my whole goal for this video, was to get this thing running and driving and stopping, which I did all that. So anyways, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos and stuff that I'm doing, definitely subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.